Hello, everybody, and welcome back inside Frenzy Extra. Andy Lacombe alongside Jim Wilson, Worcester Telegram and Gazette sports editor, Home Team Magazine. Kevin Shea, sports director, man about town, came in special just for this.
On daylight savings time.
Yeah,
I was waiting for the wander in halfway through the show.
We're actually taking this an hour later because of him, unfortunately. Yeah. So, guys, it is championship weekend coming up. The championships are now set in Central Massachusetts. A big Saturday of football coming your way. Of course, there's Friday as well. But let's just start by breaking down the divisions. What surprised us, what didn't surprise us, and then these matchups. Let's start in 7, where it's BVT and Leicester. And surprises. Is there a surprise here that it's not West Boylston or that BVT?
I'm the idiot who was out there putting West Boylston playing at Gillette last week. Maybe it's a little surprise to me. It's not.
I don't want to set you up.
Yeah, no, it's all right. Right off the bat. Just get it out there.
But Jim, you saw the first game. I don't think it's a surprise. It was two evenly matched teams. You were at the first game they played.
Yeah, I said. It's that's the problem with doing picks like this. Everybody thinks, well, you didn't pick my team, you hate my team.
Right, exactly.
It's not. I just
think
West Boylston
this is what I think this team's going to win. I think it's going to be close, and it was 1 point.
Right. The problem is they were double teaming O'Neill, and they had other athletes. Everybody's healthy.
Team.
And Leicester went back to what they've always done well: run the ball, play physical football. And that's, if you look at through the years when Leicester's been a Super Bowl team, been a Central Mass Super Bowl team, it's because they're a physical team. Up front, they're physical, and they run the football. I mean, they've had kids they've had great quarterbacks through the years, and they've had great receivers. But still, the bread and butter for any Leicester football team is tough kids on the line and being able to run the football.
Joe Buck of Central Mass. Everybody hates my team.
That's true.
But yeah, Leicester in this game, it was a big Friday night for this guy. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Leicester, I was at the game this past Friday. Physical, rock fight, slugfest.
Right.
Impressed with Leicester's size up front because, they were a work in progress the last time I saw them in person earlier in the year. But they really went toe-to-toe with a big, physical, tough West Boylston team. They played really well. And, of course, they got some guys that can, burn you on the edge a little bit, and quarterback Merrill's pretty good as well.
Yeah,
so,
I think he's really good.
they've got some weapons there. West Boylston's a great team and had a 70-yard touchdown called back in the game due to a hold. And when's the last time you saw a hold called on a double wing team? Anyone who's coached against.
I'm sure Rossi agreed with the hold too. I thought it was
Nope.
Legit.
But then all those teams that play against double wing teams say, "Well, I've never gotten a hold against a double wing team." It happened. There were a lot of obviously flags in the game, but these kids played really hard. These two schools, and Leicester was impressive.
Ever since they went down 21-0 to Millbury. They've been that second half where they came back to stun the Woolies. They've been rolling, and I think they're just playing. They're playing great football right now. When you want, you always talk about the hot team. A couple of years ago when Fitchburg was like number 4, they ended up winning the Central Mass. It's the same thing. Leicester is playing really well right now, and I think that's the key. They weren't scared of West Boylston. They know they've played them before. They knew what to expect. They knew they probably had a little chip on their shoulder considering how the last one ended. And this is they beat Oxford to get into the playoffs. They've been playing with house money, so why not?
They're hot right now. BVT's been hot since week 2, right?
And BVT hung it on last time. So
and Arch has been on the let's go hang numbers on teams.
40.
They were in a fight with Assabet. Credit to Assabet. Gave them a good fight in their second go around and had to come back BVT and win things. Really take control in that second half. BVT, big, physical, a team that's been to Gillette, a team that. We saw them go for 4th down, and they just ran the play. They just execute, and so they were a championship-style team going up against Leicester, a team they had to beat to make their playoff run last year.
What BVT has that most teams don't have in that division is depth, and that's a credit to Archie and what he's built with that program. But you have a lot of kids in the program that know the plays. That can go. He can insert if they have to go to second team or even the third team. You got kids that can step up and play varsity football, which most every other team in that division does not have. And he has that, and that's a credit to the way he's built that program. So, in the second half, the fourth quarter, when you have a team where 8 guys go both ways versus a team that 4 or 5 are, and you can give guys breathers on the line, you can give your running back breathers, that pays dividends down the stretch, especially in the fourth quarter, because now, instead of being exhausted and maybe reaching for an arm tackle, a guy gets in front to make the tackle, or conversely, that running back who's fresh breaks the tackle and he's gone, where a running back who's playing linebacker or safety as well all day, hitting, he doesn't have that extra burst.
Are we making picks this week?
I don't know.
Who do you like?
I'll take BVT.
I'm taking BVT. BVT has their number.
Yeah.
And that's, I think, what's the big thing going to this game, what Leicester's looking at. They lost in the playoffs to Leicester, or the BVT beat them in the playoffs last year.
Yeah.
They beat them 40-12. The game, it sounds worse than it is. The game wasn't that far, that much of a hanging number. But I think BVT they've been there before. They've heard all year how you don't play anybody, and they want to.
They're the Rodney Harrison with the Patriots when Harrison would make things up to motivate him. That's what I mean. Everyone hated the Patriots for it. Like everyone's against us and this, and Archie's the best with it. Archie will circle the wagons. They say no one circles the wagons like the Buffalo Bills. No one circles the wagons like Jimmy Archibald because they believe that everyone's against him, that no one wants him, no one's going to pick him. They won't show this, that you and I pick him.
You know what they will show?
They'll show Lacombe
Leicester,
Leicester,
baby. Leicester. Well, I picked Leicester at the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
I'm going to be at the game, so I really don't want. I want to stay out of the pick because the BVT guys are going to come after me if they win.
Maroon underwear.
Know that I like both teams, but I did pick Leicester. And right now, Arch is showing pictures of me in Leicester, a Leicester uniform in his locker room.
He's got Justin McKay doing video and just breaking it down.
But remember, Arch, remember, there was a guy who was with you at every playoff win last year. That guy on the sideline was right here.
He's now the mascot for the BVT
I almost
team.
was. If you gave me the beret, I would have been like the superintendent.
He's got his HVAC license last year. He's fine.
Yeah, I'm ready to go. All right, so good one there. Division 8 is Lunenburg and St. Bernard's. Two teams. St. Bernard's has been the kind of a class team in this division all season long, and they've got a lot of weapons.
A couple years. Yeah, exactly. They've been a couple years ago. People were saying they're even going to have a program. Is the school going to close? There was all those rumors, and the last few years they've been the top dog in this division, bar none. Like no question. Not like, well, they're up and down if you catch them on the right day. No, they're a wagon. They're a wagon, and they can feed the ball to a number of different guys.
They got about 5 different running backs that can carry the load for them.
Yeah.
They're good balance. Defense is fantastic. They're just they're not the top seed, but they're my pick.
Yeah.
I think and Lunenburg's a great team. Chris Kostis is a great quarterback. He throws the ball a ton. I think Mason Infantino is in Kobe Sprague, good options out there. I like Anthony Iannacci, the running back, good big burly junior. But St. Bernard's has been like the benchmark in that division.
Right.
Lunenburg has to hold on to the football and possess the football and keep St. Bernard's offense off the field.
Oh, definitely.
Those guys that's a big play offense.
Which is easier said than done.
Easier said than done.
St. Bernard's defense.
Easier said than done. So St. Bernard's and St. Bernard's beat Fitchburg this year. I mean, they're good. They're a tough team.
They're good. They've played some really tough teams.
A lot of kids came back for them. I think they're ready to go.
Yeah.
They're a tough team. All right, we have the 4 of the divisions to get to, but before we get to that here in this segment, the championship games have been set. They're being played at Doyle Field. They're being played at Commerce Bank Field, Foley Stadium. In Division 3, St. John's and Shrewsbury are playing at Doyle Field. Do you like that?
No, not at all.
Do you like that?
I can see why they did it, but I think there's no.
Why do they do it?
I think it's because you look at the other teams that are playing, and they figured. I think more people would go to Foley to watch the Neshoba and Tantasco play because you're asking Tantasco people to go across the state.
Right.
They're going up to down. So I can see why if they want to have, the good balance of games, have a 3-4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and sort of split them up like that. I can see why they put St. John because you'll travel to St. John. You hate it, but you'll travel to see St. John's.
But you know what though? But the common fan won't. St. John's and Shrewsbury kids will travel.
They're going to bang out Doyle Field.
But the common fan, the Central Mass,
this game,
Central Mass football fan isn't going to go up there.
The Neshoba Tantasco was a good game to watch.
It is a good game.
I'd be surprised.
But they would. So what I'm saying is, play that game at Assumption College. Play that game at Worcester State.
Pick up everything.
And I know it's money. What does it come down to? You know, and I know it comes down to money.
It's really money.
If Assumption offered them the field for free, if Assumption or Worcester State said, "Hey, you got our field for free," because guess what? Or WPI. Where did the Super Bowls used to be played? Worcester State, WPI.
But do you play them all there, or do you pick up?
No, just play this one.
Logistically, bring the ticket takers, the security, and leave at 3 o'clock or leave at 3 o'clock or the 5 o'clock game across.
You're still going to make so much of this.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, if there are sandwiches,
and there's
they'll
parking.
Get them.
And there's parking.
That's why.
And there's parking. So you're going to go to Doyle, and it's the middle game.
It's like going to jail. You'd be parking in people's lawns up at Doyle.
Yes.
So people in Lemons are going to make big money
Worcester
by renting out their front
Assumption
yards.
or WPI.
All right, you see why I brought this up?
Either one of those 3 schools. You do it there, and you know what? They would give the MIA the field for free.
Okay.
Because I'm sure they got it for free when they used to play at Worcester State or WPI.
But it's trying to ask the MIA's good old boys club to just pack up at
exactly
play
right.
a 2:00 game, get everything ready, and go across the street.
Let's
feasible.
let's end that segment here because I think we got it going
You
now.
just hire. You know what?
These guys are going to continue
Wait a minute.
talking.
That's my economic
The friends
stimulus
have to die.
plan.
Yeah.
Then you have to hire
They're
more
gonna
ticket
keep
takers, more
talking.
security.
Pick up some stuff in
My
Antonio.
economic stimulus
We're
plan.
coming back with more of the Frenzy Extra right after this.